Alright guys, it's an update to the Suburban. If y'all followed the last video, thought I had some major issues. Turned out to not be as major as I thought it was, and I'm gonna show y'all that now. Oh God, sorry for the old shaky camera, but I don't know if I'll ever get better at any of that in my YouTubing experiences. She's running good. No more noise. I'll talk about this in a second. Here the racket went away. She running good. Thank God. So you guys got to remember the day that this went up, or the day that I thought it went up, it was the same day my Camaro had a major problem. The Camaro that I just bought, only had it for a month. It was a used Camaro, but so what I did was, to troubleshoot the problem at work, I took this serpentine belt off, started the engine, and I was still getting that same racket. So because my head was a little clouded that day, that told me that it's nothing bolted to the engine, it's got to be internal. I can't get you a good shot of it, but however, what I didn't see was this belt, because you can see I can't see down there, but way down there on the bottom, way the hell down there, is the AC compressor. So I didn't see that. So when I took this belt off, I fired up the Suburban, the AC compressor was still turning. I didn't know it. So the whole day I'm thinking I need a brand new motor, or a brand new used motor, or I need a lot of motor work done to this thing. So I get home, I took this off, and I was getting ready to start digging into it, you know, intake, and getting ready to pull into the top end. And when you pull this intake out, and I look down, I said, no shit. The AC compressor runs on its own belt, which is that belt over there. So I got back in the truck, fired it back up, heard the noise still going on. So at that point I turned the AC on, just to try to roll that out, because again, the AC is not ran off that serpentine belt. It has its own belt that goes to the harmonic balancer. As soon as I kicked that AC on, boy, you heard a loud bang, and that compressor locked the hell up, threw that belt off, and the noise went away. Hallelujah. Thank God. So now I know that it was either the tensioner, but if the compressor locked up, I'm pretty sure the compressor's done, and it probably needs to be changed out anyway. So that racket y'all heard in the first video was definitely the AC compressor, not the engine like I thought it was. And again, the reason why I thought it was the engine internal, because I took that serpentine belt off and it was still making a noise. I couldn't see down at the bottom that the AC compressor ran off of its own belt. So there y'all have it. Suburban's fine. She needs an AC compressor, a couple $100. Something I can do on my own. I don't need a shop to do that. So we're good to go with that. So yeah, y'all hear that noise that you heard in the first video? I'll see if I can maybe cut it and edit it into this video just so y'all can hear it again. But there it is, AC compressor. Who'd have thought? Well, I mean, I thought, but again, running off of its own belt and not the belt that I took off, I couldn't see it. And you got to remember, I just bought this Camaro, and that was having issues, so I was really upset about that. So there it is. Lock my damn keys in here. So, and I actually took it up to get a front end alignment too, because she had these tires on the front. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but it's really worn right here. And you could just tell, like, there was times I would turn, make a sharp turn and the wheels would just squeal. So I knew I had some sort of issue. But what happened with that was, when I first got it, I don't know if the 1500s do it, but you can see the play or the amount of room I have in the wheel well back there, and that back end's loaded with softball equipment and shit, so it's not lighting the rear end. And then how much I have in the front here, but it was a lot lower. It was like 2 inches lower in the front, so I just got underneath of it and cranked up the torsion bars a little bit. It gave me a little bit of a stiffer ride, but it brought the front end up some, which made me happier. But what happened when I did that is pushing this tire down, it brought this the top of the tire out too much. And I drove it like that, not even thinking about it. So it wore the tires down a little bit. It finally got to a point where I could actually see the wear on the tire. So I figured, since the motor wasn't blown up, I'd at least take it up and get the front end aligned. So I rotated the tires myself, got the front end aligned. There was a tie rod end down there. They fixed why it was there, because they said it was bad, and it probably was. So there you have it. Suburban's good to go. We're ready for another camping season. Check y'all later.